Hi everyone, it's Roland Tech Virtual Assistant. I am Roland based in the Philippines. Today we are going to be having a topic on the challenges you might likely experience as a new beginner to virtual assistant. Again, the challenges you might likely experience as a new beginner to virtual assistant. A lot of us ask that what are the possibly challenges we could experience? A lot of challenges is out there that you might come across or experience as a new virtual assistant or as a new beginner to virtual assistant. There are a lot of challenges. They might be little challenges, but they are your greatest enemy as a new beginner to virtual assistant, which are fear and distraction. So these two challenges are the greatest enemy as a new beginner to virtual assistant. Today, I'm going to talk about how we are going to overcome these challenges and how to succeed as a new beginner to virtual assistant. If you are just coming across my page, feel free to like, subscribe, and follow for more. You can as well share for other audience to see our video. Now, let's talk about how to overcome these two challenges that we might likely experience as a new beginner to virtual assistant. The first one is fear. How do we overcome fear as a new beginner to virtual assistant? The only way to overcome fear is when you actually start doing what you are scared of. That is the way, that is the only way for you to overcome fear. And you need to have your self-confidence. You need to have your self-encouragement. You need to always motivate yourself to make sure that whatever negative thought that comes to your mind when you are trying to pursue your career as a virtual assistant, you overcome it. And that is the only way you are going to overcome your fear, when you start doing what you are scared of doing. So that is for that. Now let's talk about distraction. When we say distraction, a lot of people might be thinking, what could possibly distract us when we are already doing this as a virtual assistant? There are a lot of things that might distract you. I will give you number one example. For example, if you are too money conscious, being or succeeding as a virtual assistant might be very, very difficult. So if you are coming into the virtual assistant industry as a new beginner, you don't need to be money conscious. Instead, focus more on the skills that you need to acquire, what you need to learn, to the knowledge you need to gain or to achieve being a virtual assistant. That is the course you need to focus more on being a virtual assistant. So if when you are too money culture, I'm sorry, virtual assistant might not be for you, because that is your number one distraction as a virtual assistant. A lot of us will come into the virtual assistant industry because they want to make money online. When you want to overcome your distraction, you put things like that in your mind, you are not likely to succeed in the industry as a virtual assistant. Because when you want to succeed as a virtual assistant and you come into the industry to make money, or to be money cautious and think about money always, whenever you come online, you think about money always. For example, when you come online and you go to YouTube and type how to make money in a very fast way, you will see a lot of videos with pop art in your face, and they will tell you you can do this and do that from as far as possible to make $10,000 in a day or make $20,000 in a day. Those are distractions. So the key point of being a virtual assistant is for you to work hard. If you want to be a successful virtual assistant, you need to work hard. Working hard is not by you staying in your computer from morning to night, but working hard is to be consistent and to be obsessed with what you are doing as a virtual assistant. You need to activate your primary skills, which is research. Is very, very important. You know, I talk about that in my previous video also, that you need to activate your primary skills as a virtual assistant. And also you need to also activate your hidden skills, which is your inner skills. Your inner skills are the skills that no one can see except you can feel it. So your inner skills, maybe you might not know, but I'm going to put it out again. I make mention of this in my previous video. Your inner skills are your having your self confidence, having your self motivation, having your self encouraging, having your self belief. Those are your inner skills. They are very important for you to have as a virtual assistant. So your inner skills is what will meet your outer skills to make your virtual assistant career great and to be a success. So it is very, very important that you have all this in mind before coming into the industry as a virtual assistant. So what can distract you might be very much, but when you are so confident in yourself and you know what you are doing, you are going into you are doing a virtual assistant in the right way, in the correct way, you will definitely get it rightly. So you don't need to be money cautious. That is number one that might distract you. That is your number one distraction as a virtual assistant or as a beginner to virtual assistant. So don't be money cautious, because as a virtual assistant, we do believe that we work hard is much better than working smart. Working smart is good, but working smart is likely goes to a shortcut to success. And as you might know, there is a saying that says there is no shortcut to success. So you need to work hard before working smart. Okay, so working smart is good, but work hard before you work smart. So when you are a virtual assistant, or when you're coming into the industry as a virtual assistant, you need to dedicate your time. You need to dedicate your time. You need to research. You need to do things by yourself. You need to teach yourself by yourself. I also make mention of this in my previous video. You need to teach yourself by yourself. You learn a lot of things by yourself online. So you need to be very, very careful when you are going into a virtual assistant and learning things online. So that is how to overcome your distraction. So pointing out these few tips on how to go about it, what are your distractions as a new beginner, and how to overcome your distraction as a new beginner. If this video helps you, feel free to give it a like, subscribe, and follow for more. You can as well share to the other audience to follow our video. So see you in the next video.